Here we are again, Cars and Coffee, September 2016. I am on my way to the Autoplex. I have parked once again in the same spot, sort of far away, so I can get out a little easier. And this time I'll be able to stay a little longer. So I'm going to be trying a new editing technique, and I want to see if you guys like it. I'm going to try and make the cuts a little shorter, but make the videos probably about the same length. Maybe a little longer since I'm going to be staying a little longer, but I'm going to try and make it around 10 minutes long. So if you guys like it, please let me know. If you hate it, also let me know. Leave comments what you think I should do better or worse or whatever. That being said, I won't bore you with the details. I'm just going to head right on in there. So let's go. Amphicar. That's an aquatic car. And they sunk all the time. Volkswagens. All down this way. Well, not all down this way. There's an Audi. Well, Mitsubishi, maybe not an Audi, never mind. Actually, yeah, there is, right there. Gotcha, Audi R8. Hey, an old school TVR. That's cool. Never seen a new school TVR, but there's an old school TVR. Very cool garage. There's a Scuderia down there, I believe. Scuderia Spider, maybe, yeah, Scuderia. Aston right there, a couple of Porsches. Very cool. The Challenger Trio returns. 3 Challengers altogether, and a whole bunch of custom Japanese cars down here. Well, this is new. I haven't seen this before. This is apparently a one-of-a-kind Western Flyer motorhome. That is cool. I believe this is new to this garage. That is very neat. Art Deco, very nice. Head inside. Roomy. Lots of room in there. Bullet Mustang, Batmobile back there. It's got a big old fin as well. Wow. Pretty neato. Actually quite like that. It's like a very bold Art Deco look. I dig it. And then there's an Aston right here, yellow Aston. She's looking to be pretty lovely today, huh? I'm saying that word a lot. Lovely. I like that word. Cool pearlescent paint job on this RX-7 and custom headlights as well. Looking very nice. I love pearlescent. Looks like what would be on a new TVR, not an old one, even though I like that old one over there. Didn't even recognize it actually. Ooh, listen to that GTR going by. R35 GTR. Very cool. And down here some more JDM style cars. Miata with anime eyes. Can't go wrong with that, of course. Plenty of cool stuff to see. A Nismo Z. I think this is a 370Z. Ooh, 2 of them. Cool. I love that red on the wheels there and on the bumpers. Looks very cool. Looks very, very nice. This is the front end of that TVR. It almost looks like an old school Ferrari. I love that. That is cool. That is the highlight so far. So far, of course. We'll see what's over there. Something tells me this is where all the BMWs go. May just be a hunch, though. There's a 675 LT right there. A Carrera GT right there. And a Murcielago right there. And an Aventador back there. A closer look at this very nicely spec'd McLaren. I love the color scheme and the ground effects. I dig it. F430 right here, and an almost flat black. Looking fantastic as always. 12C right here. GT3 RS with the Imola logo right there. Can't go wrong with that. I keep saying that. And then this Murcielago right here has got some deep dish rims with a red sort of inlay. I don't really know what I think about that. Let me know what you think. But then here is this super cool Aventador with black rims and a black paint job. Ooh, I love Aventadors. These are super cool. And you should be getting a super cool car for $400,000, if I do say so myself. Another 12C over there. A very loud Viper right there. Ooh. Very cool. Ooh. ACR making some noise. I love it. I believe this is the first time I have ever seen a Bentayga in person. Brand new Bentley Bentayga.
Make absolutely no sense.
And I don't know what they call these Maserati SUVs, but I like this even more than the Bentayga. And it looks so nice in there. Look at that. Oh yes, please. I've never been a big fan of the luxury SUVs, but I can get behind that one. As well as this GTR, of course. But I mean, everybody likes GTRs. If you don't like GTRs, I don't know what's wrong with you. A McLaren 12C Spider with its top up, looking fantastic. I love the rear ends of these. First McLaren to get its new look, and I love it. McLarens sure have changed their design in the past couple of years, you can tell by the looks of these, but I still very much like these. This monster Subaru WRX, very lifted. I love that. Like, actually really super like that. That is a JDM car I can actually get behind. Totally super like it. And there's a Ford GT over there. I'll have a closer look in a second. But before we go to the Ford GT, we can look at this at least custom color engine for this GTR. I believe that's a lot of custom parts in there. Carbon fiber engine cover there. Very cool. This garage always has new stuff every month. Old school Ferrari going over there. And now it's time to look at the Ford GT. Here it is, Ford GT in red with a couple of white stripes. And the inside with its weird seats. I'm gonna get a closer look. I will try to anyway. Fuel cap right there. I would imagine that gets a little weird when you're pulling up to the fuel stop, but you can always know which side you're on. Then there's the weird retro interior in there. And then of course, the massive engine. Very cool. Very, very cool indeed. I think I have reason to believe that this car is probably kind of loud. Oh my gosh, look at that. It has blackened the windshield and the roof there. Oh dear. I guarantee you that is very, very loud. It's a dang river down there. A cheeky look at the Radical in there. That was a Radical. Ooh. Oh, nope, it's closing. Ooh, we got the last look. There's a Radical in there, not even parked to show, but that was a street legal, I think, race car. Maybe not street legal, but I've never seen one on the street, but that's probably because the streets here in Minnesota are not designed for a Radical. My favorite setup for a garage in this whole place. It looks super cool in there. That's a pretty neat fan right there. And then there's the roof right there, and a couple of Porsches. Very cool. All right then. Oh, what? Something's squirting out of there. I think that's one of those steam shooters. Classy.
That bumper straight up ruined it.
Prowler. I don't really know what I think of these. They're really cool, but at the same time, they're really ugly. And of course the regulation bumper that the fellow was talking about. It does change the look quite a lot. There's one at the Peterson Museum in LA that does not have one of those, and it's a lot shorter. It's very cool. It was probably the predecessor to the Prowler as a concept. And then here is an amphicar. This car is able to drive on the water, so of course it has a boat license as well as a couple of actual license plates somewhere. Maybe it doesn't. Actually, I think it may only need a boat license, but there's a picture of it on the road there, or on the water. They also come with little bumpers to come out so it'll bump into the dock without it getting any dents. And then two exhausts. I'm not entirely sure what that one's for, but of course that one's for the engine. That's probably for another part of the engine. And there's a Corvette over there. Hey, amphicar. Also, before I go, that is a neat steering wheel right there, and some very cool interior. Probably not very roomy while you're in the water though, probably a little claustrophobic by do say so myself. There is something genuinely terrifying to me about the sound of that engine, and I don't know what it is. Oh, dearie me. Look at that. Oh my gosh. That is super loud. And very low to the ground, I might add. And I think something tells me that's not very fuel efficient. I don't think he's got an EcoBoost. Another look at the Bentayga Maserati SUV. I want to know what this is called now. I don't think there's some paper on it. If I find it, I'll let you know. It says here that it is the Maserati Levante. It has 16 miles to the gallon. And it's cool. I like it. I dig it. I can get behind that. Ooh, a 458 has arrived since I've been here last. Looky here, Ferrari 458. Very nice indeed. Rolls-Royce. I think this is a Wraith, Ghost, Wraith, Dawn, Ghost, Wraith. One of those. Couple of crazy looking Vipers. I mean, look at that. That is very cool. Laguna Seca with its, I think that maybe it's time. 133.9. I'm not entirely sure if that's good. I would assume that's pretty dang good due to this being a Viper ACR. And there, of course, is the other Viper. I don't think this is an ACR, but it looks pretty good. Not quite as extreme as that, but very cool. Very, very cool. I like this. I like these very much. I didn't like Vipers when it was originally here, and then of course there's a Rolls. I didn't much like Vipers when I first saw them, but now I like them a lot. Ooh, oh dearie me, there's a P1 over there. Let's go look. This is probably a different, no, this is, I think, the same P1 as last time, just with a wrap on it this time. Ooh, I want to go look closer over on another side. McLaren P1. I love it. Front end of the P1. The only thing missing is a 918. I wonder if that will show up. Looking pretty lonely over here. Nobody else but me back here, except a Volkswagen down there, a little GTI. But I must say, look at this view down here. That, I mean, it is just basically a swamp, but I don't know, I quite like that. And then there's the that's what the Amphicar is way down there. It's like probably a little blue speck, but there's the Amphicar. But hey ho, let's go back into the show. Oh, ooh, that rhymed. That was a zinger. A couple of Maseratis, but then 1, 2, 3, 4 Aston Martins. Then there's another Aston, not parked next to the others. Ooh, a couple of Lotuses. I love me a Lotus. Lotus Esprit right there. And I don't know what that's called. It's got a boat tail though, I know that for sure. And then SLS AMG back there with its gull wing doors. Another i8 has shown up. All blue this time with a little bit of black. It's like the opposite of the other i8. And look, there's some neat blue seat belts in there. I like that. I like the blue seat belts. It's a good touch. A Rolls-Royce with its doors coming out that way. Because you're rich. Why would you want to have doors go the normal way? I mean, if you can make them go the other way, then why not make them go the other way? I'm seeing a striking resemblance in these logos. I believe the lovely Salamandrin made a joke about how the Bentayga is similar to the Volkswagen Touareg. And right here is a Volkswagen Touareg with some very large wheels, and it's lifted. I can get behind that. I like that. GTI right there. Whole lot of Volkswagens. Oh, I know where they're going. They're going in there because that's where the lonely me was with that one Volkswagen. Uh-huh. Yep, the Volkswagen troop has definitely arrived. Everybody's showing up in their Volkswagen, going into that main spot right there. That AMX is sort of loud. Looky here, 675 LT down there in that orange with the black stripe, followed by a Ferrari 458. I'm okay with those two. Welcome here. Yes, please. Right here, a white GTR with some aftermarket rims, and then a very lowered Ford GT. I mean, that is super low with some yellow headlights. And it is very, very loud. That's his idle speed sound. Oh dear, can't even imagine what that's like going fast. Yeah, it's kind of loud. A first-gen Lotus Elise.
Nice meeting you.
I love Elises, and I will own one soon. Hopefully soon. Maybe in the coming years for sure. Excuse me. But I like this first gen. I will definitely get a 111S, which is the gen after this one. But this one is quite nice. I like it a lot. This is the interior of the i8. And it looks very cool. It even has some rear seats that I don't think anybody but a very, very small child would be able to fit in. Very cool. It even has a little fin right there, just like my car. Hey, so my car's a fraction of the price of this one. I'm not entirely sure, but this looks quite a lot like a Liberty Walk kit on this GTR. I may be wrong, but it looks quite a lot like it. If it's not, they've done a good job. Oh, it's in its hybrid mode. Hybrid mode. Oh man.